Next, we want to sew this top. To sew the top, I will use this free sewing tool here. And simply click one to start, click one to end, and repeat. So if you are new to the sewing tool, I will have the video listed below this video on how to use this free sewing tool and so on. Okay, so get back to my sewing. Now I'm going to click one right here to start, hover the mouse to the right, click one to end, and I'm going to press on shift here, then click on this point right here, hover the mouse over here, click on it to end, and continue clicking until I finish. Now I'm going to release the shift key. And finally, I want to sew the shoulder seam here. Now I'm going to make a copy of this pattern. To make a copy, I will switch the tool to transform pattern tool. My key selects all these pattern here, right click, and then select symmetric pattern with sewing. Let me zoom in a little and press on shift, click one right here to place the pattern. Next, we want to sew the center line as well as this front center line. I will use segment sewing tool. Click one right here to start and then sew to the front center, and then the back, sew to the backs. Next, I'm going to simulate the pattern. However, I want to strengthen the pattern first before I simulate. I will click on the simulation icon to simulate. Alright, so next I'm going to switch my tool to edit pattern tool, and I'm going to click one on the line right here and then come to property editor and check this fold rendering box to turn on. Then I'm going to simulate one more time here to see the effects. After that, we want to sew the sleeve curve to the sleeve. To sew the sleeve curve, I'm going to use this free sewing tool. Once again, click on it to select. And before we sew the sleeve curves, I want to point out some guideline here. So if I scroll it down, by the way guys, I will have this link listed below under the video description, okay? So to the last image here, I'm going to click on it. And to sew the sleeve curve, it's a little bit tricky, guys. You have to follow this step, okay? So we begin sewing from number 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And here another link for the practice file. I have it in a really good price for you to purchase, and you can practice. And not only have the practice file, I also have a complete file where you can compare your assignment to the complete file, okay? Alright, so now let's get back to close. So right here, I'm going to begin sewing from left to right. By the way guys, following the arrow, okay? Then I'm going to press on the shift key here and then click on the placket, then click on it to finish. Then sew to number 3 here. I'm going to click right here and then sew to here, and then number 4. Finally, number 5. After that, I'm going to switch my tool to transform pattern tool, and let's turn on this show arrangement point. We want to place the curve onto the avatar. Simply click on that curve right there and then click one right here to place the curve. Okay, somehow we get all twisted. No worry guys, I'm going to bring it back over here, and then I'm going to click on this curve and then bring it over here. Then zoom in. I'm going to click one right there again to place the curve onto the avatar. Next, I will click on the simulation icon to simulate. That is.